is needed right now to help me feel connected again, because the only person that could save me right now is me. Hey y'all, so my name is Raven. I'm a life coach, a wellness entrepreneur. I am someone who is deeply in love with the journey of our spirit. I've learned at an early age to be able to tap into what my spirit is calling out, and just learning how to speak to it, learning the language of my spirit. And I help others do that same thing. I believe it is language that helps to uncage us from our mind, uncage us from trauma, and definitely being connected to our body, but finding the language that kind of unlocks the hurt or unlocks um, the the holds on our spirit or our mind can be really powerful. So on this journey, the sacred return, I'll be talking about real life stories, my journey in real time, about what I'm doing and how I'm going about reclaiming my sense of self, reorientating myself in spirit, feeling more grounded, and taking aligned action from that. Lately, I've been feeling so all over the place, just very disconnected. So, this Sacred Return Journey series is not about perfection, it's about the real, raw, walking back home to yourself type of truth that's needed in order to feel grounded again, in order to feel like yourself again. Like, this series is for those of us who have been feeling beyond burnt out. Like, that's not even a descriptor anymore, because what is happening? What is really transpiring in the world right now? Why do I feel so disconnected from giving a fuck? So, story time. So, recently, your girl got a new job, okay? This new job is in the health and wellness field, so that kudos. There's some other wins that I'm very appreciative of, right? I'm working from home. Thank God for that. I was able to negotiate a little extra dollar for my pay, and bravo for even advocating and negotiating, not taking the first thing that was given to me, but pushing for something more, even though it was not much. But that's a win to me. So there's some great things that have come with this new role, but it's been stressful because, like most jobs, there's things about it that I don't like. So needless to say, in getting this new job, it has taken up more of my time. Before this, I have been exploring, my entrepreneurial bag, where I'm getting my own contracts, which I did. I was able to become a community partner for a nonprofit here in Kissimmee, which amazing. Okay, Raven. I've been able to do a workshop, host my own workshop. I've been able to, I spoke on a panel. Like, I've been doing some really cool shit. But I got burnt out, and I started to believe like my action wasn't leading up to the reward I thought it should, which is garbage. Like, it's garbage thinking. So at the end of the day, I think I just got burnt out. Where, like, to get all of that, that was a grind, that was a hustle, and everyone who is an entrepreneur knows that it's a hustle. It's going to be. But that's why it's so important to have a routine that helps to ground you, and also integrating rest, right? Like, that is necessary. And I didn't have enough of that, to the point that when I did finally take rest, I've sat out since then. Like, it was no, like, take a little rest and then get back to it. Like, I took rest, burnt the fuck out. I actually got sick. I actually got sick. I was running a fever so high, I saw steam leaving from my body. I'm not even kidding you. Like, I got sick because I was doing too fucking much, ran down my body because I was in hustle mode. My nervous system was all over the place, but my main goal was more and more, and to achieve. I was achieving some great things, but I don't think I even acknowledged it as such, which led to that burnout of feeling like, what's even the point? Like, that's where my mind went, like, what's even the point? And so that was my breaking point, right? And like I mentioned, since that's I took a seat back from all the things that I was cultivating in I want to say March or April. Baby, it's now August. It's now August. Now, did I have some like little tidbits, a little a little throughout since March, April to now? Yes, but I haven't been back full fledged, and it's just like, dang, how long? Like, it's like I've been wanting to, man, but just feeling overwhelmed. And so that all led me to this point of like, man, I know there's so many people feeling burnt out. I know, because it's everywhere. It's in social media, it's in friend groups, it's in family. Like, you see it, you hear it. And I'm really, really grateful of the role that I hold as a life coach, where so many people share their stories with me, and I'm hearing how burnt out people are feeling. I'm hearing how overstretched people are feeling. They're being pulled in all different directions and feeling like they have very little to show for it. You know, feeling almost, I don't want to say broken in spirit, but just feeling totally exacerbated. Like, there's nothing left in the tank. And that's some real shit. And that can make you feel hopeless. That brings on bouts of depression. And that's exactly what it has done for me, where I was just feeling like, what is the point? Like, what are we even doing? Like, please, like, this shit is wild to me, because the world feels so saturated. The world feels so worldly, and yes, I want community. I want to build these things, but you got to work through the noise of everything else that's going on in the world. And sometimes I could feel like, baby, I'ma just get in this bed and I'm gonna be okay. That's what I know. Of course, we can't stay there. We can't allow the world to keep us down, to bury us. So and that harsh truth that we hear so often, I've been sitting with more and more in my journaling, and kind of just meditating on the notion of, baby, if you looking to get saved, it is definitely going to be you. And I do believe who saves us too is our belief in God. But even that takes work on your part. Even that takes you making a choice. Even that takes you being intentional. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, if you want to be removed from the shackles, if you want to be removed from the rumination and the oppressive thoughts that you have, it does take a choice. And what I'm finding, and I think we've always known, it just takes those little steps. But sometimes when we get buried in the worldliness and the heaviness of the world, even those intuitive promptings that we know better and that we're aware of seems challenging to invest in. It seems, you could be unsure. You can feel like, is that even going to work? You know what I mean? And so more than ever, I wanted to document this journey, because this is the real shit too. The daily picking yourself up in thought. You know, like, what about the conversations you have to have with yourself in order to keep those healthy habits going? Like, what does that sound like? What does it sound like to speak to your spirit, to ensure that you're always staying connected? I had to fix this light, y'all. So we're taught that breakthrough is outside of us, that it's in the next opportunity, it's in the next um, um, you know, interaction, it's in the, seeking a fill in the blank here. Like it's outside of us. It's something that's gonna transpire, and we're gonna have to be aware of the opportunity and take action on it. And that's how we get breakthrough. That breakthrough comes from you making a choice and you digging deep. It comes from you saying, I will not baby, I will not remain in this place. I will not allow myself to be heavy anymore. I will acknowledge what needs to be released, and I will do the practices to do such, baby, because I will not sit on these intuitive promptings. I will not sit on these beautiful ideas that I have for my life and just, shush them away because it feels too hard to make them possible. No, baby, I'm going to sit in spirit and I'm going to pray about it. I'm going to ask God to help me define a plan about it so I could take some action. You know what I mean? It gets to the point where you have to decide, and that comes from you. The truth is, it's not about discipline, it's about devotion. It's about you choosing you so hard that, baby, it don't matter that you don't like waking up early to make sure you have time for the gym because you want to pour into your body, your health. No, you want to be devoted to yourself because, baby, I need to do this for myself, because if I don't, it's not happening. And that's not fair to my body. That's not fair to my health. That if I have the privilege, if I have the capability to do something about it, I must. It is my birthright. It is my responsibility to take action on these intuitive promptings, on this desire that I feel in my spirit. Like, it takes you deciding that I have to put down all this focus on sadness, all this focus on inaction, and I have to give myself enough pause so I can recalibrate, but then decide that, okay, after this, I gotta. So this episode of the Sacred Return is an invitation, a love letter from me to you, welcoming you into this journey with me, an invitation to return home to yourself. You know what I mean? Like I mentioned, we can know the steps all day long, but sometimes, for some reason, knowing ain't enough. There sometimes we do need that extra little something that helps to reignite us, right? We just need a little flame, to help us, remind us of, oh, I'm fire too. I can get this thing going. I can get back into the swing of things. I can find a routine that aligns with me spiritually, that aligns with my nervous system, that helps me to feel grounded and not just sporadic and just doing things out of the urgency of getting some shit done, but to do things from a heart-centered approach and know that each step I take is divine, it's meaningful, it has purpose, it has motion, to truly believe that. Because without that belief, that's how we lead into burnout. That's how we lead into, like, what's the point, baby? Because I've been doing X, Y, and Z, and what's the point? What's the point? So grounding our spirit and having a practice that helps us to release, reclaim, and remember. So I want to thank you so much for being on this journey with me. To ground this sacred session, I'd like to end off with a simple meditation and an affirmation just to close us out. And if you would like, please join me. But we're going to start by putting one hand on our chest over our heart and one on our lower abdomen. And just breathing deeply. Allowing ourselves to be. I want to take this moment to remind you that you are safe. You are exactly where you are meant to be, and that the divine sees you. You are not forgotten. You are not left behind. You are not late. That you are exactly where you're meant to be. And that in this season, your spirit is ready to integrate. Your spirit is ready to be seen, to be held, to be bold. That you are safe to show up in this season. You are safe to rest when you need to. You are safe to express when you need to. Baby, you are safe to be you. I pray that this session has brought you light and also some encouragement, and to also, again, like, be on this journey with somebody, baby, because the journey back home to ourselves, while it's a personal one, spiritually, the strategy, the tips, the the reflections, the lessons are similar in a lot of ways between one individual to the next. So I'm excited to share all that I learned on this journey. Man, each and every day that I am able to breathe and to live, I'm learning so much. Like, and I'm grateful that as a life coach, I get to learn from you all. So I am excited to be on this journey with you guys. And share with me in the comments, what are you learning in this season? What are you letting go? And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.